All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Over 3,200 Indians evacuated from Sudan so far under Operation Kaveri. Indian embassy temporarily shifted to Port Sudan. Campaigning in Karnataka reaching feverish pitch with leaders taking whirlwind tour of the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold several road shows today. National Investigation Agency conducts searches at multiple locations in Jammu and Kashmir in the Pakistan-backed terrorist conspiracy case. Met Department forecasts rainfall and thunderstorm in northwest India. And in IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals beat Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a thrilling encounter at Ahmedabad. Over 3,200 Indians have been evacuated from Sudan so far under Operation Kaveri. Embassy of India in Khartoum said that till yesterday, Indians moved out of Port Sudan using 5 Indian naval ships and 13 Indian Air Force aircraft, including one from Wadi Saidna Military Air Base. Meanwhile, the Indian Embassy in Sudan's Khartoum will be temporarily relocated to Port Sudan. The External Affairs Ministry said the decision has been taken in view of the prevailing security situation in Sudan, including attacks in Khartoum city. The ministry said the situation will be assessed in the light of further developments. The conflict in Khartoum and other parts of Sudan started on the 15th of April. Our correspondent reports that government launched Operation Kaveri and swiftly stationed Indian naval ships and Indian Air Force aircrafts for evacuation of Indians stranded in Sudan. A report.
Embassy of India facilitated the first evacuation of Indians in 6 buses on 23rd April from Khartoum to Port Sudan. With the help of Indian sisters in Komboni School and the Indian community in Port Sudan, Embassy of India established a center at the Komboni School to accommodate Indians and facilitated evacuation of Indians by air and sea. The first batch of Indians were evacuated in INS Sumedha on 25th April. External Affairs Ministry team arrived at Port Sudan on INS Teg on the same date to strengthen the operations. At present, the Indian school in Port Sudan is being used as the facilitation center where registration of Indian nationals and transit accommodation for Indians are being provided. The embassy mobilized and facilitated movement of 62 buses from various parts of Sudan to reach Port Sudan. It also facilitated movement of Indians to South Sudan, Egypt, Chad and Djibouti. Embassy also guided and assisted in evacuating foreign nationals including Sri Lankans, Nepalese and Bangladeshis. Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
Fighting is continuing in the capital Khartoum between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces RSF despite a ceasefire due to be in force. Diplomatic efforts have been stepped up to try and get the warring parties to the negotiating table. In a statement, South Sudan's Foreign Ministry said the army and RSF have agreed in principle to a new 7-day truce from tomorrow and have promised to send representatives to talks. The statement came a day after the UN Special Envoy to Sudan, Volker Perthes, told reporters that the two sides have agreed to negotiate a stable and reliable ceasefire. He added that Saudi Arabia is a potential venue for the talks. The United Nations has said that more than 1 lakh people have fled Sudan since heavy fighting broke out between rival forces in mid-April. A further 3.34 lakh people have been displaced within the country. Campaigning in Karnataka reaching feverish pitch with leaders taking a whirlwind tour of the state. After a roadshow in Kalburgi yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will resume campaign for Karnataka Assembly elections today. He will carry out roadshows in Mudbidri, Ankola and Belhongal today. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is stationed in Bangalore till Friday and scheduled to hold election campaigns. BJP National President JP Nadda will be part of road shows in Ramanagara district. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will be campaigning in Vijayapura district today. The Congress Legislative Party leader Siddaramaiah is taking part in a series of public rallies in Mandya district. Congress State President D.K. Shivakumar is campaigning in Mysuru and Hassan districts. The Systematic Voters Education and Electoral Participation Committee will establish theme-based and ethnic polling stations during the May 10th Assembly elections in Karnataka. These special theme-based and ethnic polling stations are meant to give enhanced feeling to the voters and encourage them to cast a vote. More from a correspondent.
Designed as tribal huts with pictures depicting the tribal lifestyle of Kadu and Jenukurbas are the attractions of ethnic polling stations. Close to 300 theme-based polling stations are planned across the state, of which around 40 ethnic booths will be set up in Mysore, Chamarajnagar, Kodagu, Dakshin Kannada and Udupi. The theme-based polling stations will reflect a local flavor. The Yakashgana dance and Kamla sports are the themes considered for the coastal districts of Dakshin Kannada and Udupi. While in heritage city Mysore, palaces and Mysore jasmine will be the themes appear on booths. In Chitradurga, the theme will be the court and historical personality of Unakai Uvaha. In contrast, booths in Coorg will have coffee plantations and wildlife conservation pictures on polling booths. With Sudhindra, this is SN Patnaik, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar will visit Assam and Manipur today. He will attend the 21st convocation ceremony of Dibrugarh University and deliver the convocation address. Assam Governor Gulab Chand Kataria, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma and Union Minister Rameshwar Teli will also grace the occasion. Founded in 1965, Dibrugarh University is one of the premier institutes of Upper Assam. In the afternoon, the Vice President will visit Dhanamanjuri University in Imphal. Mr. Dhankar will engage in an interaction program with the students and faculty of the university. This session will provide an opportunity for valuable discussions and exchange of ideas by young minds. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The National Investigation Agency NIA has conducted searches at multiple locations in Jammu and Kashmir in the Pakistan-backed terrorist conspiracy case. The searches were conducted at 12 locations in the Kashmir Valley yesterday. The case is related to the hatching of a conspiracy and plans by proscribed terrorist organizations to execute violent terrorist attacks in Jammu and Kashmir with sticky bombs, IEDs and small arms. The plans are part of a larger conspiracy by the terrorist groups to commit terror acts in association with local youths and overground workers in order to create communal disharmony in Jammu and Kashmir. The terrorist outfits involved in the conspiracy were identified as Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, Al-Badr, Al-Qaeda, besides others. The initial investigations by the NIA indicated that these workers and cadres were involved in collection and distribution of sticky bombs or magnetic bombs, IEDs, cash, narcotics and small weapons. These weapons, bombs and narcotics were being pushed on to the Indian soil by Pak-based handlers and commanders of proscribed terrorist organizations using drones to the terrorists active in the Kashmir Valley. External Affairs Ministry has termed the comments on India in USCIRF annual report as biased and motivated. In response to media queries regarding comments on India in U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, USCIRF's annual report, Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi rejected such misrepresentation of facts, saying that this only serves to discredit USCIRF itself. He urged USCIRF to desist from such efforts and develop a better understanding of India, its plurality, its democratic ethos, and its constitutional mechanisms. Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal has said that the growth of the ethanol sector has been tremendous, which has set a sort of example for the world. Addressing a national seminar on maize to ethanol in New Delhi, he said that in the last 9 years, the sugar sector has been self-sufficient with more than 99.9% payment to farmers for the previous season. He added that now ethanols will support maize farmers in increasing their income and bringing growth with stability on the lines of sugarcane farmers. The ministry said that investment of thousands of crores have come, creating thousands of jobs in the rural sector, which has generated a multiplier effect on the Indian economy. India and Israel have signed a memorandum of understanding on industrial research and development cooperation with focus on several key technology areas. These are aerospace, electronics, instrumentation, civil infrastructure and engineering, environment, mining, chemicals, and petrochemicals and agriculture. The multi-sectoral agreement was signed between Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, and Directorate of Defence, Research and Development, Ministry of Defence of Israel and New Delhi. In Madhya Pradesh, 4 persons, including 3 minors, were killed in a road accident in Indore. As per the initial reports, the accident occurred in the Banganga area of the city while a crane was moving downwards on the Banganga bridge. The crane, after crushing the bikes, collided with a bus. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has said that by promising a ban on Bajrang Dal in Karnataka and equating it with terror outfit PFI, the Congress has once again shown its communal character and hatred towards nationalistic organizations. In a tweet, Mr. Thakur said PFI is already banned by the Narendra Modi government. He said the people have not forgotten how the Congress had defended terrorist outfit Indian Mujahideen. India Meteorological Department IMD has issued an orange alert for rainfall over major parts of northwest India. Due to western disturbances, the national capital will witness a downpour for the next 2 days. IMD said that the western disturbances are currently situated over Haryana along with Pakistan and adjoining areas, which will lead to rainfall activities in northwest India. Talking to AI News, IMD Director General Mrityunjay Mahapatra said, due to western disturbance, light to moderate fairly widespread to widespread rainfall or snowfall with thunderstorm is very likely over northwest India today and tomorrow.
लगभग सभी राज्यों में हम वार्निंग दिए हैं, जैसे ऑरेंज कलर वार्निंग नॉर्थ वेस्ट इंडिया और सेंट्रल इंडिया और ईस्टर्न इंडिया में है और पेनिनसुला इंडिया तमिलनाडु तक भी हमारा ऑरेंज कलर वार्निंग है और वेस्टर्न इंडिया में येलो कलर वार्निंग रखा गया, जैसे गुजरात, राजस्थान और इंटीरियर पार्ट्स ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटक और केरला के ऊपर। सबसे ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट रहेगा जम्मू एंड कश्मीर से शुरू करके हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, हरियाणा, चंडीगढ़, दिल्ली, यूपी, मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, तेलंगाना, आंध्र प्रदेश, रायलसीमा, तमिलनाडु, पुडुचेरी, ओडिशा, झारखंड एंड वेस्ट बंगाल। जो अभी बारिश हो रहा है, जैसे पेनिनसुलर इंडिया और ईस्टर्न इंडिया में यह सोइंग वगैरह के लिए बहुत लाभदायक हो सकते हैं, जो ड्राई एरिया में सोइंग करते हैं मई महीने में।
In IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals defeated Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a low-scoring thriller match at Ahmedabad last night. The match was a roller-coaster ride since the very first ball when Mohammad Shami scalped his first prey and Delhi Capitals were 23 for 5 in the 5th over. But Akshar Patel, Aman Hakim Khan and Ripal Patel saved the innings, taking the DC total to 130 for 8. The story of Delhi Capitals was no different. They also lost 4 wickets within 7 overs. Gujarat could only manage to score 125 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. Skipper Hardik Pandya was the highest scorer with 59 runs. Mohammad Shami was declared player of the match. Today, Lucknow Super Giants will take on Chennai Super Kings in Lucknow at 3:30 p.m. while Punjab Kings will lock horns with Mumbai Indians in Mohali at 7:30 p.m. Rohit Sharma-led Indian team has become the #1 test team in the latest rankings released by the International Cricket Council. Australia's reign at the top of the men's test rankings comes to an end after 15 months, with India going past the Aussies ahead of next month's ICC World Test Championship WTC final. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Abhishek. Sharad Pawar's decision to step down as NCP chief is noticed by the dailies. NCP chief Pawar quits, then rethinks decision, writes in the Sun Times. Prime Minister tears into Congress for going soft on terrorist, reports the Asian Age. No relief for Rahul, High Court says. Final order after summer break, writes the Indian Express on the 2019 defamation case. Ukraine regrets depicting goddess Kali disrespectfully, informs the Pioneer. Rajnath Singh meets Maldives president, writes the Statesman. Expedite production of Tejas Mark 1A fighter jets, IAF tells Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, notes the Tribune. Government extends date to opt for higher EPF pension to June 26, reports the Hindu. And finally, 39% Indian families claim to be victim of online fraud, reports the Financial Express. With that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Over 3,200 Indians evacuated from Sudan so far under Operation Kaveri. Indian Embassy temporarily shifted to Port Sudan. Campaigning in Karnataka reaching feverish pitch with leaders taking whirlwind tour of the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold several road shows today. National Investigation Agency conducts searches at multiple locations in Jammu and Kashmir in the Pakistan-backed terrorist conspiracy case. Met Department forecasts rainfall and thunderstorm in northwest India. And in IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals beat Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a thrilling encounter at Ahmedabad. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.